Hey. So I'm sure you have all of your cooking utensils and you're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm always ready. I stay ready. They said you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
I like that. Well, we're here in the studio with the CEO of the Bermuda Diabetes Association, Gianluca. As I was about to say, I'm going to give you the privilege of introducing Lori because you have been directly involved. I've been so inundated, and soon to be going 71. You've worked the skin and bones off me, man. Boy, are you a taskmaster or what?
I'll be honest. It's hard to keep up with you, man. I'm like, man, I got back home at 3 o'clock. I said, man, by 1 o'clock, my headache put me straight to bed.
He's talking about AM, folks. So I've been among the living but sleepwalking for the last several hours since getting up at about 7 o'clock this morning. Wow. Even though I went to bed maybe about 3:30 or so.
Wow.
So let's get to it and let's hear from this lovely lady who's one of the most hardworking third sector stewards in minding the business of the Bermuda Diabetes Association in such a stellar way. I have an incredible amount of respect, having only just met her recently, just conversing with her and understanding what she does in heading up the Bermuda Diabetes Association with her very able team. I learned so much. I didn't know that you could get prescriptions there. I didn't know that you could get other health foods and items there that will help you with the challenges posed as a result of being afflicted with diabetes, of which we know many in this country are challenged with. So, Gianluca, before we get to Chef Willie, why don't you please introduce Lori, and then I'm going to let you give some background on Chef Willie as well, and we'll get into our conversation this afternoon.
So I think my introduction to Miss Lori is being on the personal level, right? Because I've yet to read her resume, but who she is, I think, is the best representation of what she does. It's been an adventure, building this 2 weeks of magic and what we're doing, but her passion for promoting healthy eating in Bermuda, and I know it's called the Bermuda Diabetes Association, but from what I've learned from Lori, her passion goes beyond just diabetes. It's just overall health and wellness of the island, right? And beyond treatment, right? I've noticed that she has a huge passion for prevention, right? Prevention and lifestyle, because
the adage is an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, isn't it?
There you go. So I think what they're doing, and also your facility, the facility is state of the art.
Oh, absolutely.
Like their office space.
It was my first time there when we first met with Lori.
Yeah.
Initially several weeks ago. And I was blown away. Just the way it's laid out, the congeniality of the staff when you walk into the building.
Oh, wow.
You feel so welcomed.
Of course.
And, I hope there's no stigma attached to the building, meaning that if you're seen going in and out of the building, people will presume that you are diabetic, because there are many people that are going in and out because of the benefits that they can take advantage of with regard to what they have on offer there, which I'm sure Lori will expand upon soon.
Yes. So let's hear from Lori. Are you
going to wrap it up?
Yeah, I think it's time for you to take it from here. I'm just here for moral support.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. And I'm really delighted to be here. It's exciting to be talking with you both. And thank you for all of your kind words. I do think at the Bermuda Diabetes Association that we do focus a lot on health for everyone, because ideally, none of us want to have diabetes, and having a healthy lifestyle does contribute to preventing diabetes, although we can't outrun our genetics.
Well, true.
So, some of it is just purely that.
That's why it's even more important to be sure that you adhere to a diet that would be considered healthy and wholesome.
Yes, absolutely. Whether you're trying to prevent diabetes or whether you're living with diabetes. So I'm really excited. Next week, we're really looking forward to having Chef Willie Wallace and Chef Richard Zuhl from the Hamilton Princess.
Yes,
indeed.
On site. We've been doing cooking classes in our teaching kitchen for about a year and a half now, and they're probably one of the most popular things we're doing. We only put a nominal price on it, but we always sell out, and we always have people waiting to participate. And I personally love cooking classes because you really get to see something being made. You learn a little bit. I always learn something new from chefs. And at the same time, it can be really social. You talk to the people at the next table. Everyone joins in. And on top of it, what we do differently at the Diabetes Association is we have our registered dietitians on site as well, and they're in the class, and so they're there to answer questions like, why are you using this oil instead of that oil, and can I eat 2 eggs a day?
Yeah.
Is that healthy?
I've always had that question. Do I get extra virgin olive oil? Do I get canola oil? Do I get sunflower oil? What is the best, or what would be the preferred choice that people should consider who want to be eating healthy when they're cooking with oil,
Yes, exactly. And I hope you're not actually asking me that question, Glenn. Because remember, I'm a finance professional.
Exactly,
I'm not a health professional.
Okay.
But I have learned that olive oil is generally very good and would be considered a healthy fat, except when you bring it up to a certain temperature.
Oh.
And that's when
you pour it in the car.
Yeah. Well, something like that.
I could chime in real quick on that one.
Oh,
yes,
great.
Please.
Chef Willie Wallace.
So I would say avocado oil is one of the best ones to use.
Oh, wow.
Because you can heat it up to a high temperature. And so that's a really healthy oil to use. It has healthy fats in that. She is right as far as olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. It's better to eat that type of oil at regular temperature, at room temperature, but you can, use it for a light saute, but you don't want to heat it up to a high temperature, and that's when it becomes really harmful for the body.
So what you're actually saying?
All the time.
Yeah. So what you're actually saying, Chef Willie, because this is incredibly illuminating, enlightening information, because many who love French fries or chicken nuggets, not that they are the healthiest foods, but that's a food of choice for a lot of people. And to know that kind of knowledge, that if you cook certain oils, cooking oils, at high temperatures, then there's consequences. And I've not heard of avocado oil for cooking before.
Oh, it's great.
Really?
I personally use it all the time,
amazing.
And our dietitians recommend it as well.
Well, that's the next oil I will be buying.
Now, since Chef Willie Wallace has joined the call, is it okay if I just read his bio? Because
absolutely.
I want people to understand who they're dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
To say the least, that he is a giant among giants at 6 feet 8 inches tall.
And no pun intended, right? So Chef Willie Wallace is a former professional basketball player turned celebrated culinary artist whose journey is rooted in faith, creativity.
Yeah, I heard he dunked on Michael Jordan.
Hey, well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Don't get that rumor started. Before I ever met him.
But you never know. You might get an invitation to cook a meal for him.
Hey, possibly.
Okay, so after leaving the corporate world and moving to Atlanta, he tapped into his natural gift for cooking, growing from meal prep hustles to catering for clients like Rick Ross, Janelle Monáe, Ricky Smiley, and becoming a personal chef for NFL star Mohamed Sanu, known for inspiring creativity. Cook really blends artistry, discipline, and heart into every dish. Now the owner of Rewind Bistro and Lounge in Atlanta, he continues to change lives through food, proving that good meals can shift moods and spark greatness.
Amen.
Come on,
so
now.
wow, you are a restaurateur as well. So you'll be quite the entrepreneur.
Oh, wait. Some updates. Come on now.
Yeah, let me update you on that. So Rewind is no longer in business, but I do have a new restaurant called Steak Market 44. It's located in Midtown in Atlanta. It is a casual fine dining restaurant. We do specialize in prime steaks, as well as plenty of other options seafood wise. Just added some ducks to the menu as well. And also I was a personal chef for Kanye West for about 3 years. Travis Scott,
Oh, wow.
For the
Travis Scott is
Kardashians,
big.
as well
Kanye
as
is too. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So what George Jefferson would say on hearing this is, moving on up.
And guess what, Glenn? Only you and I know that reference. You just put us in a very
baby boom.
old category. Thank you very much. But Willie, you're obviously moving on up.
Yep.
I would say he moved on up right after puberty. Isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a blessing to be able to know that, when you're walking in your gift, it's really not work. It's something I enjoy every single day. So even being a part of this is something that I'm extremely excited about because I've been on, my own, healthy journey over the last several years since I've started it because I've learned so much about food. And I've tried every single diet you could probably ever think of. And so I've been my own guinea pig, as well as I've also helped a lot of people in the process. So, I've gained a little bit of knowledge and still learning, as I, go throughout my journey.
Well, every day is an opportunity to learn. But Chef Willie, from basketball to cooking, now that is a very interesting transition, segue, move. Aspirationally, when did the bug bite you and motivate you to decide to cook? Was it something that was a passion from when you were very young, or did most things that you ate from other people cooking not satisfy you?
Well, I can say that, I've been blessed to have a family that cooks, so I come from a family that, from my mom, my dad, my grandparents, they all cooked.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't a lot of fast food all the time. Yeah, we got, treats every now and then, but we were blessed to be able to have actual home-cooked meals. So I know what a home-cooked meal feels like.
Mm-hmm.
And so, my passion was always basketball. I had aspirations of going to the NBA. Didn't get to the NBA, but I did get a chance to play ball overseas. So I got a chance to travel and, see the world a little bit and try, different food from different cultures and things like that. So my palate kind of started to open up from that point as well. And then when I retired, I've dabbled into different arenas as far as trying to figure out what it is that I was supposed to do next. I worked in the corporate world. I've worked in tech. I've worked in corporate recruiting. I've done a lot of different things. I've sold unfinished basements or finishing basements and stuff. I've went door to door doing stuff like that. So just trying to figure it out. And I've also got into acting. I've done some commercials. I've done some TV shows and things like that.
Wow.
But one thing that I can say is that I always love food. I'm a big foodie. And, I'm an artist as well. So, being able to blend the two, and I just I had a wake-up call the day that, I was just tired of working for somebody else. And then a friend of mine was like, you should start selling meal prep, man. People are always complimenting your food online and things like that. So I just put it up one day that I was selling meal prep. And then when I was actually got paid to do something that I've been doing for free for so long, I think that switch came on for me. Okay.
Do you know, Chef Willie, I got a question. It might be funny to you, but I'm curious. And they say curiosity killed the cat, but I say satisfaction brought him back. Maybe 8 times. But so how much
Haven't heard that one before, Glenn.
How much food does it usually take to fill the stomach of a 6'8" guy? Do you just eat normally, or are you, managing your diet and controlling your eating habits? Because you're a larger person than the average person.
That's a great question. So, I am a big guy. And sometimes, honestly, it doesn't require a lot from me. I might just overeat just because my food is so good. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's a good reason to overeat.
So, and then being a foodie, it's like gluttonous will kick in. But, in most cases, I do, monitor what I eat, how much I eat, and then what I'm eating as well. So, I try to stick to whole foods. I don't eat fast food anymore at all.
Wow. Okay.
I know that is something that, I'm an 80s baby too, so, got to think during that time of the 80s and 90s, they introduced all of these unhealthy snacks. And I feel like we were the guinea pigs of all of this.
Yeah.
So all that fast food and all that stuff became really popular. But, I try to eat more whole foods and try to eat my leafy green stuff. And I juice a lot. And then also I fast. I fast quite often. I might just decide on a Monday I'm not going to eat for the next 72 hours because I understand what fasting does for the body. And, once you get to a certain point, the cells start to heal themselves and repair. So I'm big on fasting. And then at times, I will eat. But, it's a lot of this stuff is mental, man, and it's something that you just kind of, get through mentally.
Yeah, so I want to ask a quick question right before we transition into this beautiful collaboration that we have between the Bermuda Diabetes Association, Chef Willie Wallace, Bermudian Master Chef Richard Zool. We got a lot to talk about there. But just before we pivot into that, you mentioned you're also an artist, right? Tell us more about that.
So, I grew up, I used to draw a lot, right? And so that's where my, artistic, abilities started to kind of kick in when I was a kid. And then as I got older, playing basketball, basketball is an art as well. You got to be quick on your feet. You got to be able to move like a ballerina on the court, So, and then I just have I'm just an artistic person in general. And I love art. I love fashion. I love, the art of music. And then, the culinary arts is something that it comes natural for me. I literally will take nothing and make something out of it. And so that's art to me. That's creating beauty. That's creating, something with my hands, taking something and create a beautiful masterpiece out of it. And I nourish people with that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that's the culinary art part of me that I get excited about.
Well, I got a very interesting suggestion that you might want to consider that could provide an additional revenue stream. You want to hear it?
Absolutely. You're talking money now.
Well, being the culinary master chef that you are, and making something out of nothing, as you just articulated, how about the idea of some of your best art being developed into placemats for your dishes? And there could be a little tag on it saying, the print is available with autograph after your meal.
I like that. Put that in my notes.
So you'll have some revenue from your culinary art, and you'll have some from your artistic art. So you can get a double whammy. This is what they call killing two birds with one stone.
Now we talking.
Well, Chef
that
Wallace,
sounds amazing. That's something I definitely want to think about. Go ahead.
Yes, Chef Wallace, we're really excited about having you at the association, and of course, Chef Zool. So should I tell people a little bit about what we're doing?
Yeah, and you guys also had a collaborative online meeting.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you virtually met and got to know each other.
Yeah, so, these things don't just happen by themselves, Glenn.
Yep.
So they take a lot of work.
In addition...
And we have you guys to thank for all that hard work that you've done.
In addition to the master with respect to the divine intervention.
Yes.
Thank God.
So, but we're super excited. We have 2 classes next Tuesday, December 9th. The first one is a demonstration class with Chef Wallace and Chef Zool cooking for us. They've taken some Bermudian standards and reinvented and put a little magic on top. So they'll be doing a demo class. That's already been sold out. So we're really excited to have a full class. But I think that you might have something to tell your listeners about in terms of some seats. And then in the evening, we have at 5:30 a hands-on class. And this is the first time the association is doing a hands-on class. So,
Oh, you mean we're going to be a part of history?
yeah, yes, it is. A little bit of history.
For Inter-Island Communications, the Bermuda Diabetes Association, and Sidney Palmer LLC. What a partnership.
Yeah. And so it'll be a little different because people will actually be helping to prep and cook their own meals. It'll still be the same items, the Bermudian favorites that are being reinvented and tweaked. But it should be really, really good fun. And I just want people to know that even though our class at 12:30 has been sold out, that we're going to live stream it on Facebook.
Nice.
So anyone can watch, and if you want to learn a little bit about how you can make some dishes that you really love but maybe aren't the healthiest, a little bit healthier, then and have some fun, because I am absolutely certain that Willie and Richard are going to be super fun in the kitchen.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be really interesting to see the very interesting dichotomy of one being very close to heaven and the other being a little closer to earth. 6'8" works. I think Richard may be about 5'6" or something like that, right, Gianluca? He can't be much more than 5'6".
No, that's about maybe 6.5.
5'6" and a half. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll give him 5'6" and 3/4, just to make sure. Yeah.
It'll be like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito in Twin.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have some exciting news.
Oh, fantastic. Good news.
We have some exciting news. I know y'all been listening and saying, man, it's sold out. I wish I could be there. But we have good news. We have, I believe it's four places available for the first one at
12:30.
At 12:30. Now,
we're going to take the calls after we get offline with Chef Willie, because once the line is engaged on the 1-800 number, I don't have access.
That's fine. So just know that we're going to be doing some call-ins. So make sure you're listening, because...
And your fingers do the walking. No speed dialing.
Because we're going to have some questions. And if you answer the question wrong,
speed dialing,
you're not going to get the ticket even though you called, right? Because so you better make sure whose name's who. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm telling you, the food, I can say, is going to be delectable if it's indicative of the ingredients that we purchased yesterday at Lindo's in Warwick. So big shout out to the Lindo's family, because they are a family there, the staff at Lindo's. Fabri was wonderful, and it would be remiss of me not to give kudos to the CEO, Zach Monis.
Yes.
This guy is incredible. In fact, he referred us, when I met with him to discuss what it was we were intending to do, I said, Zach, I'm thinking of a charity. I want to co-op with a charity to do something that would be community-based. Because, of course, this particular inaugural is nonprofit. I won't say that about next year, but this year it's nonprofit. And he says, oh, Glenn, that's not a problem. Go see Lori. And Lori, yeah, at the Diabetes Association. She'll love it. I followed up, and that's what manifested.
And I'm so glad that you mentioned Lindo's, because at the association, Lindo's are a huge, huge supporter of the association. Every year, March 8th, I believe this is coming in 2026, is our walk run with Lindo's.
Okay.
And they couldn't be more supportive.
So what we're going to do to augment that is remind people, when you get me the information, we'll do the call to action to get people in the community to participate in your fundraising effort.
Fantastic, Glenn. That could be... Last year we had, I think, over 1,100 people walked.
Wow.
And it's just a nice walk between Warwick and Devonshire. And we're just so appreciative of all the sponsors, including All Shores. And Lindo's, of course, is the title sponsor, and they do an amazing job.
And All Shores is also a company that we have a very good relationship for years. They support this company through sponsoring the weather.
No, All Shores is doing amazing things as well. So, it's nice to work with people that, you respect and admire, and that you can have a laugh with sometimes, too.
Yeah, of course.
What's better than having a little laugh?
Absolutely. It's food for the soul and medicine for the soul. Yeah.
Now, I got a question, right? Mr. Chef Willie Wallace, have you been to Bermuda before?
No, this is my first time, and every time I mention it to somebody, they're like, "Oh my God, I'm so excited for you," because I heard so many great things. And even when I was at the grocery store today, the guy who I got my seafood food from today, he said he went in June. He was just talking about how beautiful it was. So I'm excited. I know you said that everything is small there, so hopefully I can fit. I'm excited.
No, so here's my. I was like asking this question. What do you know about Bermuda? Before you got the invite to start doing your research, what was your capacity of knowledge about this island?
Can I be honest?
Yes,
Please.
absolutely.
You would hope so.
So, really, all I know about this is so funny because what I know about the Bermuda is the Bermuda Triangle, right? And hoping that my plane doesn't disappear, and I do get a chance to come back to see my family.
I'll say this: if anything happens, I'm sure Glenn knows somebody to call, so you'll be fine. Now, here's my other question to you, right?
I would just like to interject here.
Oh, please.
Because, see, this is the kind of thing that has me very, very concerned about our hospitality industry.
Right.
When the responsibility of tourism was moved and segregated as what we call in Bermuda. What do we call it in Bermuda? Quango. We would have expected to not be hearing these kinds of things from the feeder markets that have direct access to Bermuda.
Right.
And when you have people like Chef Willie, Ursula, the doctor from the West Coast,
Zahidi,
who've not been here and heard very little about it, then I'm saying, where is the results-driven measured outcomes on the marketing campaign? It's so important. I'm not pointing a finger. I'm just asking a question.
Right.
Because unless we get it right, and until we get it right, we will still be struggling. And the economy depends on tourism.
Of course.
Many people are very skilled. And when you don't have gainful employment opportunities, you leave no choice for the proprietors of hotels and restaurants to import the labor.
Right.
Not that we don't need the labor otherwise, because we're always going to be needing labor from outside.
Of course.
But when it comes to the hospitality industry, everyone that has a skill in that industry should be in that industry, because that industry is what made Bermuda what it was and still what it is today.
Of course.
And for us to now be struggling and be leapfrogged by the islands to the south of us is very disappointing.
Yeah.
So when we have people that are dedicated on very high salaries to doing just one single thing in their focus to bring visitors to this island, and they don't even respond after a meeting with people like you and I, with an initiative like this, it exacerbates my concern.
You know, and it's interesting because people love Bermuda. You know, the second I ask somebody, would you like to come to Bermuda? Before I say duh, they say yes. Right? Which lets me know people want to be here.
Sure.
You know, even Chef Willie's a...
And I mean, well, that's the problem, isn't it? They want to be here so much that they don't want to leave.
And what's crazy is I think I was talking to Chef, and there's a meal in Atlanta that he was supposed to be cooking for.
Okay.
On the day we have our cooking demonstration.
Oh, you're kidding.
And I hope you don't mind me saying this on air, Chef Willie. If you do, I apologize in advance.
But you're going to say it anyway.
He rearranged his schedule to come to Bermuda.
Wow.
Jesus
Thank you so much. We just hope that the person that you had committed to is not listening right now.
They would have came to Bermuda too.
Let me email this NDA over.
No.
It's no. Honestly, yeah. So yeah, I did have a catering for the mayor's cabinet here in Atlanta.
What?
And so
wow.
I was waiting on the details and all that, and then timing is everything, and God will place the things in your life that you need to go towards, and there's no effort, right?
Amen.
And so I've been knowing I've been knowing G for a while now, And, ever since we met, the energy's been great, and we've been trying to collab on something for a while. And so when he called me about, it wasn't even just about where it was, because, I need a vacation, right? But at the same time, the initiative behind it was a no-brainer for me, because I know that part of my purpose in this life is to help people. And I know that I'm in the food industry for a reason, and I know that, I have some healing in me that I need to get to other people. And so, it was an easy decision for me to make. This is an opportunity that I know that is going to help me expand globally and, take, the gift that God has given me and to be able to spread it, outside of Atlanta.
Yes.
And we came up with some really nice dishes, right?
Yeah,
some very,
fantastic.
And
very representative of Bermuda.
And that's thanks really to
with
Chef Richard
avocado
Zul.
oil.
With avocado oil.
Yes, with avocado oil. Chef Richard Zul really did his thing and helped us put together some great Bermuda dishes. So I'd be interested. What are your thoughts of some of these Bermudian dishes that that you and Chef Richard are going to be tackling come next week?
Man, it's pretty cool, man. Even though he put the rice pudding on me, I've never actually made it before.
And Chef Willie, I'm going to tell you something.
Well, it's okay, Chef. You can come by my house and practice all you want, and then you'll be certain you'll get it right on Tuesday.
You'll be certified rice pudding maker. But Chef Willie, I'm going to give you.
Is where it's at.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a heads up. Richard Zul has the most affable personality. You're going to really love him.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I love collabing with other chefs. I love learning from other chefs. I love teaching as well. So, I'm not one of those chefs with an ego. I didn't go to culinary school, so this is a gift of mine, and I'm here to share it, not to have an ego with it. So, I'm excited. I think it's going to be cool. I'm definitely excited to taste some of that fresh fish from out there as well. So, it's going to be cool.
Yeah, no, I think, fresh fish in Bermuda can be just absolutely amazing.
Absolutely.
I don't know how many times I've seen chefs walk down to the dock and actually get the fish and walk back up with it to the restaurant. Yeah. So it'll be great.
Now, I have a question.
You have a lot of questions.
And that's why I like hanging around smart people, because they got a lot of answers,
We're going to start calling you question mark.
Yeah, I used to get teased for that, actually, in 5th grade, for asking a lot of questions. Who's here now, right?
Always, okay, fair enough.
No, but like, what do you hope to be the kind of takeaway from this event? And what would you like? What do you envision it growing into? Because we've talked about a long relationship. Yeah. Chef Willie's mentioned interest about this is great, but what comes after this? So what is your vision? Because you're kind of at the center of this food demonstration.
Right. Right? So, as I said, we've been doing cooking classes and they've been really exciting. And because we combine them with our dietitian, we really see this as a huge opportunity to let people just know a little bit. I often think it's you don't have to do everything differently, but sometimes you can just learn little things, and if you pick them up along the way, whether it's replacing a bad oil with avocado oil, or whether whatever it is you learn, or better portion control, hey, you always take away something. And so I'm just really keen to see next year us expand our cooking classes, because they're just popular and they're fun. And health can be really heavy. So I often say to people, it's really hard to get people in to come and do things for their health.
Right.
Anyways, and you'd think, oh, well, everyone should do that. But that's not the way humans behave. Right. It's a really heavy subject. Yeah. And you have an opportunity as I think Chef Wallace has expressed, to nourish yourself 3 times a day.
Yeah.
And with every meal. And if you can make every meal just a little bit healthier.
Yeah.
And, we're not suggesting to people that they totally, become really restricted in their diet. In fact, actually, one of the interesting things I've learned from our dietitians is they never tell people don't eat something.
Right.
They tell people maybe eat a little less of that,
Yeah.
maybe more of this.
Yeah.
And because if you tell people, oh, you can't eat that anymore, then they stop listening.
Yeah.
And then you get nowhere.
Yeah.
So really, to me, these classes are a big opportunity. And we're really hoping that we're going to get some more Bermuda chefs this year coming in and doing classes with us.
That would be wonderful.
We've
yeah.
already started a couple of conversations. And big shout out also to Hamilton Princess Hotel, who've been a huge supporter of the association. And I'll be coming to talk to you, Tim, about doing more with you. So I see the cooking classes as a really positive, lighter-hearted way of getting people motivated
Yes.
to do something positive for themselves.
No, are these cooking classes that you're doing, is this more like kind of come learn to be healthy, or could this be like a fun date night sort of scenario?
We have all sorts of people who sign up. Once they signed up for one, they just signed up for everything.
Wow.
Because whether you come with a friend, most people come as couples or groups, it's just really fun.
So when does this happen? Is it a frequent thing that's happening? Because we don't hear about it.
Yeah, well, we were holding them every month, and unfortunately, the chef that was helping us wasn't able to do it, so we've had a little pause.
Okay.
But yes, it was every month,
Okay.
and it was just really good fun. It's a little bit social, and guess what? It's so much better than watching cooking on TV because you actually get to taste everything at the end.
Instead of watching everybody else on TV taste.
So maybe we'll have to do it so we have Chef Willie down for a week,
Yeah.
and he can just do cooking classes every day, you know?
Yeah.
And I will be at every one of them. And I must say, Chef,
And G, I'm gonna send you my Zelle information.
Okay.
I'm just joking.
No, of course, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we could really have fun with this. Because what I love about your cooking classes, they're so intimate. Go ahead, Chef.
To be honest, man, I love doing cooking classes. One, because you inspire people to eat healthier, and then I also inspire people to want to cook. You know what I'm saying? Because my journey is quite the unique journey to be able to say, I've cooked for this person, I've done this, just off of something that I kind of just love to do. Would have never thought I'd be in the rooms that I've been able to be in just through food, So I think it's a whole gamut of things that'd be great. And also going back to what you guys were saying as far as like what people know about Bermuda, you guys, I can't wait to get there to see the country and everything because I'm going to be an ambassador for it, and trust me, I like to express to my followers and things like that, of what I love, and people tend to listen. So, I love to, continue on with this and be an ambassador for being that connection from, our state to Bermuda.
And Chef Willie, that is such an awesome point. And I, on behalf of Bermuda, take this opportunity to thank you for that commitment because, to be quite honest, that was the brain child of this event as modus operandi to engage people of different professional levels and different social circles to experience a taste of Bermuda. And this is why we have trademarked the Magic of Bermuda, of which the 2 weeks of magic is a part. Because we believe, as opposed to sitting back, looking and criticizing, even if it's constructive, why don't we try and be the change we want to see in participating in ways that involve people on collaborative basis as well as on entrepreneurial basis, where there could be, through the opportunity of networking, collaborations. such as this that actually pans out to develop revenue streams, not just for us here in Bermuda, but indeed for those that we engage in such activity with. So thank you so very much for that. And thank you for availing yourself to travel to Bermuda to assist in this very, I suppose we could call it an altruistic endeavor, but it is very noble because we're very committed and we're very serious about what we believe we could achieve in attracting more people to come to a very beautiful place on the planet.
It's true.
Yeah, no, thank you. It's my pleasure.
So I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay.
So I personally, not that I have any personal interest in this whatsoever, but in the evening hands-on class, I have assigned myself up along with my husband. By the way, the class is also sold out. And I was wondering, Glenn, if you think you could come and do a live broadcast while Chefs Wallace and Zool try to get us to all make food as great, that tastes as great and looks as great as what they do.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
We'll work out how we would do it, but we do have the ability to do remote broadcasts because, of course, we carry the Voice of Summer Cup match. We carry the Voice of Summer county games from a field. As long as we have the access to a dedicated analog drop to connect by way of cyberspace, we can bring everybody
Cool.
To the event with their ears.
Okay, well, that would be great.
Yeah.
So anyone who's interested, remember, you can watch it live streamed at 12:30. But I suspect it'll be even more fun to listen to it broadcast at 5:30.
Yeah. And what date is that again, Gianluca?
That is the
December
9th?
9th.
No, the day. I need the day.
Tuesday.
At 5:30.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to talk to one of our clients and see if they would be agreeable to sponsor that event by allowing it to go on, because at 5:30 the organization that owns this actual bricks and mortar facility has their show called Union Corner.
Ah, okay.
Which is very, very popular. But I have a very good relationship with the organization, and if something like this, as wholesome as it is, and it's a one-off, I think they would be inclined to allow us to do it. So, yeah, I'll have a conversation and I'll get back to you.
Well, you let us know, absolutely. And you asked me what our goals are, and one of the reasons why we love cooking classes is they're fun, they're very accessible for people. We keep the prices very low, and but really our bigger objective is to get them into the association, to find out about our pharmacy, where because we're a charity, we intentionally keep our margins low, and we use our proceeds from our pharmacy to actually give medication free of charge to people with diabetes
assist with the
who
programs.
are unable to afford health insurance or who've run out of health insurance benefits.
That's awesome.
And so anytime you purchase from us, you're actually helping someone else get their medication too.
Yeah.
We have wonderful health professionals that deliver programs.
That shocked me. I had absolutely no idea. That was your best kept secret.
Yes.
But now people understand, and I'm sure those that want to contribute in positive ways to positive things will do the right thing for the right reason once the opportunity presents itself.
Yes.
And this is where they can contribute in a very small but very significant way.
Absolutely. Last year we gave out over 1,400 prescriptions were dispensed for free.
Wow.
That's $110,000 in prescription medication.
That is amazing.
And that's just in 1 year. And we've been doing this since 2008. So
really?
Yeah.
I had absolutely no idea.
And we have really great programs to help people, whether it's just to understand their medication better, which are open to everyone.
Okay.
Because we find when we sit down with people, about 60% of people who are taking several medications tend to be taking something not optimally. So, for instance, they might take a drug with breakfast when they should take it at dinner, or they're eating it with food when they shouldn't, and these things, when you take your medication the way it's intended to be consumed, then you get better health outcomes. And that's, in a perfect world, that's what how we would measure how we're doing and performing is through health outcomes.
So your location, Lori?
Yes, 22 Princess Street. We're just on the corner of Dundonald and Princess Street, right across from the BIU gas station.
There you go. You're in good company. And your contact information, email, website, telephone.
Yes, you can absolutely look us up, www.diabetes.bm. Very easy. We have a website. 294-4000 is our pharmacy number.
Oh, that's easy.
And just stop by. Our staff are really, really friendly. And
I can
our
vouch
main
for that.
goal
Absolutely.
is to really just help people get healthier.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that that's not always the first thing on their mind. So we're more than happy to get them in to enjoy a cooking class and learn a little bit more.
And it could be the very first time that they even become interested in what it is that you do there by way of tuning into the Facebook live stream on the 9th to enjoy the skills of chefs Willie Wallace and Chef Ricky Zhu at the kitchen of the Bermuda Diabetes Association, which is a really nice space, I must admit. And it facilitates a few folks where they can sample what is being made in front of their eyes. That is just the most wonderful thing.
I'm a veteran of a lot of cooking classes, and they're some of the best meals I've ever had, because they just get prepared right in front of you. You get to eat them right away. You now know something, you learn something along the way, and it's just yummy, and it's just, I highly recommend it. Whenever I travel, I often take a cooking class because it's a great way to learn a little bit about local cuisine and culture.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about next week.
And they should email and or call to make a reservation if there is a special cooking demonstration on that they're invited.
Is there a newsletter they can subscribe to or something for them, so they can catch it before it sells out next time?
Yes, well, we usually sell our tickets on PTix, but the best way is just to email media, MEDIA, at diabetes.bm, and we'll put you on our email distribution list.
Nice.
And so anytime we're doing cooking classes, you'll be first to know.
Now, it's a small space, and knowing first doesn't mean that you're going to secure a place at the table. So how do you decide? Is it a first come, first served basis? Or do you say the person that's been here for the last 10 cooking demonstrations, somebody else is going to have a turn? I mean, how do you work out who's going to get the priority to be in the small space? Because it's not a real big space.
Very interesting question, because we have a membership and it's only $40 a year, but we give some very nice privileges and discounts, including on our prescription goods.
Wow.
And so we get a lot of people who actually...
You are just a wealth of information.
In one
Get you
visit,
started.
make back their $40. So on the third Thursday of every month, if you're a member, you can get $15 off of each prescription. That's on your copay side of it.
Well, that's significant.
So it only takes 3 prescriptions and you're already ahead of the game.
Yeah.
But one of the privileges of membership is we always let members know 24 hours in advance when we're doing health screenings and cooking classes and other events.
Okay.
So it is a little bit of an advantage to be a member. Otherwise, it's purely first come, first serve. So watch that space, and just definitely email us at media at diabetes.bm and get your name on the list, and that way you'll hear about what's going on.
So, Chef Ricky, Chef Willie, what is something that you are looking forward, in addition to your cooking demonstration, doing here in Bermuda? You play golf, or?
Yeah, I am. I'm definitely into golf, so if I have the opportunity to play golf, for sure, I will definitely go do that.
Well, we have, why I asked?
As well as,
Isn't that something? Because why I asked is because, golf is a big thing for people that travel in exotic places. If they're golfers, they really want to hit a course. Well, the host of our radio station, Magic 102.7 FM's Tourism in Focus program on Wednesdays from 10 until 11 a.m. is a former golf pro and a former Bermuda golf champion, who is now an elected member of our parliament. His name is Kim Swan, and I am certainly going to personally put you in contact with him, because if anybody can get you a round of golf on a golf course, it would be him.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I would love that. That would be amazing.
Okay. Now, do you need to bring your clubs, or are you comfortable with using the clubs?
No, I'm comfortable with using what you guys have.
Right.
I'm sure it will make it work.
That's awesome.
In addition to that, I would definitely looking forward to putting my feet in the water.
Okay. Well, I'm going to warn you a little bit about that. Now, Nikita would be the one and the expert to give him some advice on where to swim, because she swims every single day, even in the winter. See, we are...
He's right off of Elbow Beach, so he can literally walk out of his room, make about 10 steps, and land in the water.
I know, but I don't want him to experience any level of shock, because the water temperature
I'm not going that far out.
Okay.
I'm not going. I'm just putting my feet in the water.
Okay.
No, look.
It won't freeze you, but it's not the kind of water temperature this time of year. I don't know about now with the global warming thing, because I'm not in the water too much, but during this time of the year is when the water temperature tends to get a little cooler. But if you're not going all the way in kind of thing, it'll be fine. You'll be fine.
But you know what? They say if it's cold, it's better to go in fast, right?
Well, that's why they have ice baths.
So
athletes in it.
We could take him off Spanish Point, and, we can go cliff jumping.
Or you and him can go cliff jumping,
Probably going to pass on any cliff or any jump.
I think you've just taken the poor chef. I want to dip my toe in the water, too. I want to fling myself off the cliff.
I rather do a cooking class every day.
Well, Chef Wallace.
But yeah, and also I'm looking forward to meeting everybody, getting a chance to, and experience another culture.
Yeah.
That's something I've been doing since I was 21 years old when I went to Sweden by myself. So I'm looking forward to coming out there and just enjoying the people.
Well, the other amazing benefit of not only meeting Bermudians, you're going to get to meet fellow Americans who you may have not met before, which also could create an incredible opportunity as far as the collaboration is concerned, because Gianluca will share with you about 3 or 4 other guests that are flying in to be a part of this prestigious event.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Pretty exciting, man. I'm grateful.
Yeah, man. We have Dr. Violet Zahidi. She's the CEO and founder of a biotech company. And then we have Ursula Garrett. She's a certified public accountant, but also a philanthropist, owns 2 nonprofit organizations and a few companies on the African continent. And then we have Dr. Jason Branch, who is a licensed counselor. CEO of his own practice, and also a mental health expert focused on those in the African diaspora, because they're heavily underserved in the scientific data around mental health. So they'll all be staying with you at the Cocoa Reef as well. They actually just arrived. I saw a picture of them cheersing with a view of the coast there at the Solimar restaurant there at Cocoa Reef. So they're ecstatic. Samuel Swanson from New York is over at Rosewood Tucker's Point. He just arrived.
And he is an entertainer, a singer who's appeared on The Voice and America's Got Talent and American Idol, just for starters. But as importantly, since you've been the beneficiary of having access to celebrities and cooking for them, he has an entertainment company. So that would be in itself a very, very good opportunity to network, because once you say that you formerly cooked for Kanye and the others.
Sam, he primarily focuses on casting for reality TV, and he's casted for MasterChef. He's casted for Chopped. he's casted for a lot of these large reality
So you're going to
TV
be
shows.
on Master Chef and Chopped.
Exactly. In fact, I was just helping him, connecting him with some chefs for that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, you and Sam definitely need to connect because he will get you on. I think he's casting for Love Island right now. I'm not sure if you're looking for love, but but he is casting actively for Love Island. So
Well, you being a Master Chef, we're going to call Gianluca a master matchmaker.
I'm gonna stay away from Love Island. I am a master chef.
I didn't want to discriminate your options. I'll let you choose.
Let's stick with what.
You know, I've never even seen that show. I've heard a lot about it. But I've never even seen it.
You kept some brain cells because.
Well, Chef Wallace, thank you so very, very much for availing yourself to not only visit Bermuda, but to allow us to facilitate this very stimulating conversation this afternoon so people get to know you before they know you. And now you get to know the island and we'll get to know Bermudan hospitality as well, because you're going to be treated just as you are used to and deserve to be treated at Cocoa Reef Resort during your stay here in Bermuda.
Well, thank you very much, Glenn. And by the way, man, you have the most amazing radio voice. I must say that. I appreciate.
Oh, thank you,
I appreciate everything.
Thank you very much.
You got him blushing.
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to walk through the door. My head is swelling so big. Well, thank you so much, man. God bless you and safe travels. Have a most enjoyable, pleasant journey to Bermuda.
Oh, and quick thing, for those who are listening, if you would like to see Chef Willie Wallace live on stage, he will be on stage tomorrow for the Magic Mastermind Summit taking place at Ruth Seton James. Doors open at 6. Programming starts 6:30 sharp. You don't want to miss it. He will be on a panel with entrepreneurs talking about innovation for shaping the future and improving the present. And I will be your MC. There will be DJs playing. We have an amazing halftime show with some very exciting acts, including Bermuda's own Alay, the winner of American Idol, Samuel Swanson. There's just so much going on. So you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it tomorrow at 6 p.m. at Ruth Seton James. If you're 18 and under, it is free for you. If you are an adult, it's a $25 contribution to continue supporting all those that have come together to make this possible. So you want to see him live on stage and you couldn't make the cooking class, tomorrow is your day. Ruth Seton James at 6 p.m. tomorrow. That's Saturday night, December 6th. Thank you so much, Chef Willie. We appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much, and blessings to you all. Can't wait to see you soon.
Okay,
See you soon.
Thank you. Lori,
Yes.
any parting words?
No, other than I'm also very excited. And, please, if you haven't been able to secure tickets, although there's still an opportunity to get 4 tickets left. So
Yep.
definitely.
Actually, the telephone lines
call
are open
in
now. You know
and
what? You can
answer the question
Well, you're
correctly.
going to give the questions, Lori.
Oh.
Yeah, give a question now. We can give away the tickets before you leave. How about that? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so let's...
What would you like? What's the topic?
It's completely up to you.
Okay. What's the phone number of the Bermuda Community Pharmacy?
Ooh.
I think I gave that out earlier.
The phone number of the Bermuda Community Pharmacy.
Yeah.
I know it's 2 4s in the number and a few zeros.
Oh, Glenn was listening.
I think he wants to come to your class.
297-107. What is it? 297-1027.
Yeah, and
297-1027.
yeah. Oh, and what corner is the Bermuda Diabetes Association on?
What junction? Okay, and Gianluca, do you have maybe 2 questions because we're giving away 4 tickets?
Sure.
2 questions.
I'll make it a little easy because I'll make it a little easy for you. Okay, what is the name of the Bermudian chef who will be participating in this class? So, what is the name of the Bermudian chef who will be participating in the class? That's your third
Magic
question.
102.7. Good afternoon. You're on the air. You got to turn your radio down. Hello.
Yes. Did you say about the address?
Yes.
What corner? It was Princess and Dundonald.
Okay. Corner of Dundonald and
Princess.
Street. Okay, you got a ticket.
All right.
Can we have your name?
Yes, Miss Thompson.
Okay, Miss Thompson.
First and last name?
Yes, so if we can have your whole name, we'll have the ticket ready for you, and you can just come at 12:30 on Tuesday.
On Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, I already have a previous appointment. Can you redo that opportunity for someone to call in again?
Okay, yes, we can.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Oh, and for those calling in, you are calling in for a cooking class on Tuesday at 12:30. Tuesday at 12:30.
December 9th, and the tickets are $50 a piece. So
Yeah, nice deal.
Let's hear from the
Magic
next
102.7. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Good afternoon. So, did someone else answer the address question? I know the lady said.
Yeah, but she can't come. So you have.
Right.
Yeah,
So, it's Dundonald and Princess Street.
you got it. So could we have your name, please?
Yes, it's Tanya Bean.
Okay. Congratulations, Ms. Bean.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, you're
So-
very welcome.
So we'll look forward to seeing you at 12:30 on Tuesday. Just
Okay.
bring yourself and your appetite.
And walk away with a smile on your face, with satisfaction in your tummy. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay. So, I come to you and get the ticket, right?
No, you can go straight to
Yeah.
the Bermuda Diabetes Association.
And you already know where we are. Princess
right.
and Dundonald.
You're right.
All right. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Magic 102.7 FM, 297-1027. We've got 3 more tickets to give away, folks. You want to give the questions again, Gianluca?
Sure. So the next question is, what is the number of?
The phone number of the Bermuda BDA Community Pharmacy at the Bermuda Diabetes Association.
So you call in, say what that phone number is. And then the third question is, what is the name of the Bermudian chef who will be joining the chef coming in from Atlanta?
297-1027. We're going to take a quick break and just call us if you really want to enjoy a good meal for free.
Under the distinguished patronage of the Honorable Premier E. David Byrd and Mrs. Kristen Byrd, Inner Island Communications Limited, and Sidney Palmer LLC cordially invite you to the Magic Mastermind Summit at Ruth Seton James Center for Performing Arts, 6 p.m. on Saturday, December 6th. Title sponsor, Lindo's Family Foods. The Magic Mastermind Summit will feature a keynote speech by the 2025 Magic Youth Leadership honoree, 16-year-old Barclay Institute head girl, Ms. Kalad Simons. The summit will also feature empowering panel discussion by local and international celebrity guests, which will inspire the young and not so young. Free admission for students under 18 years of age. General admission for adults is $25 at the door. There will be live performances by Bermuda Idol Sarah Lena Fisher, Alay, and special guest Samuel Swanson, who was a contestant on both American Idol and The Voice. Master of Ceremonies, Gianluca Gibbons. The 2025 Magic Mastermind Summit, 6 p.m. on Saturday, December 6th at Ruth Seton James. Also sponsored by Cocoa Reef, Horseshoe Bay Live, Bermuda Healthcare Services, Orchid Nail Spa, Walker Landscaping, Rosewood Tuggers Point, the Bermuda Diabetic Association, Bermuda Life Center, and Magic 102.7 FM.
Good afternoon. Magic 102.7. You are on the air.
Good afternoon. The name of the local chef is Richard Zool.
Richard Zoo, you're a winner.
Indeed.
Yeah. What's your name?
And it's Venetia Gianluca.
Oh,
Venetia Sterling.
I'm Venetia. Yes,
Gianluca.
You just got yourself in the
Hi,
room. How you doing? I haven't seen you yet.
I know you will see me tomorrow, darling.
Okay, and apparently
And then
Tuesday as
see me on
well.
Monday.
And Tuesday,
Sorry?
and then Tuesday as well.
Yes, sir.
So that's Tuesday at 12:30 at the Bermuda Diabetes Association.
And tomorrow evening.
Okay, well,
And
tomorrow evening,
Yeah.
I'll be there at 6.
All
6
right.
p.m. Come on now.
Oh, you got it.
So we've
You
given
got
away
it.
2 so far, right? Yeah, 2. So we have 2
All right,
more
thanks
to
a
go.
lot.
You got 2 more
Well,
to
thank
go.
you, Aunt Venetia. I'll see
You're
you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, what we're going to do is suspend for right now, because I have other guests.
Yes.
to interview, and then we'll come back and close out the show, just reminding people about what's going on.
Beautiful.
And then we will get back to work on all of those things that we have to still accomplish before tomorrow.
All right, and if you're in town, we're about to be in town handing out flyers for the Magic Mastermind Summit. We're going on Front Street, Reed Street, around that area, around City Hall. So if you're in the area, come say hi, come grab a flyer, give us a hug, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
thank the CEO of the Bermuda Diabetes Association, Mrs. Lori Rockhead, and of course, Master Chef Willie Wallace for availing themselves to have a conversation about what it is that they are so proficient at doing in their respective spaces, in their leadership roles, contributing in a very, very wholesome way to humanity. And they are involved. Well, we're gonna be right back after this. How about that? Corey Butterfield, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, right here on Magic 102.7, with all of that wealth of historical knowledge that he shares based on research and fact that many Bermudians are very appreciative of. I can't go anywhere in the street without people talking about Corey Butterfield and Willie Ferguson and all of that wholesome historical information that they are imparting and sharing with the entire world, not just us here in Bermuda. And with that, once again, thanks to Lori Rockhead of the Bermuda Diabetes Association, and Chef Willie Wallace, who's on his way tomorrow here to Bermuda to join those participating in the 2 Weeks of Magic event, the inaugural event. And with that, we have in studio right now as we speak, Mr. Tariq Bean. Mr. Tariq Bean is the Creative Development Officer.
Career Development Officer.
The what?
Career, I'm sorry.
The Career Development Officer at Workforce Development.
Yes,
there
that is
we
correct.
go. The Career Development Officer.
Yes.
Yeah, and you guys are doing wonderful work at Workforce Development, I must admit. And you know, I'm very, very encouraged by the young folks that are involved in assisting with providing opportunities, enabling people through education and information on how they can improve their skill sets, and then you help them with various things. Building resumes, how to conduct themselves in a job interview, what their attire might be best suited for depending on the interview and the job opportunity that would be appropriate to their skill sets. So with that, I know that you have applications, et cetera, et cetera. Let's get into the programs which give Bermudian students real-world experience and a head start on their careers. Just elaborate on that for me, if you would.
All right. So, as Glenn said, I am a Career Development Officer here at the Department of Workforce Development. So I'm actually on the radio to talk about our youth employment programs, especially our summer employment program and our summer internship program. There are two different programs that we have here at the Department of Workforce Development. The summer employment program is for our college students, and our summer intern program is for our high school students between the ages of 16 and 18.
Now these, which makes it very interesting and very appealing, I would imagine, to the prospective applicants, provide an earned opportunity. So it's paid internships, isn't it?
Yes, it's correct. That is a paid internship. So based off of the program, our college students actually do a 10-week program.
Okay.
And we have staggered starts with that starting in May, and it leads up to in June, the last cohort. So we have different cohorts because, as you know, college students come back to home at various different times in the summertime. So we're trying to get them as soon as they come out.
Yes.
So they do 10 weeks. And from there, they get that real-world hands-on experience. And we're not just placing our students into a job for a job.
Got you.
We look at their interests, what they like, what they studying. And we try to align them with their career goals so they could get that type of mentorship or even some transferable skills, which is key, because even though I may want to be a doctor, I may put you somewhere like as an admin in a medical office, because you need to know the full gambit of everything.
Sure.
So we try to get them in those different places so they can build some leadership ability, network, which is key.
Yeah.
Because if they make a good impression, the networking, so when they graduate, they may actually get an extra opportunity to come on as a full-time employee at various different companies.
Even if it's at entry level.
At entry level. And so we give them that opportunity to learn, to grow, and we look at for employers that are willing to come on board to assist with this program that are not just going to get free labor. And some people like free labor, but we're not looking for free labor. We're looking for someone to mentor, to groom the next generation of our workforce.
Yes.
So that is very vital for what we're looking for as employers, because we're looking for employers as well to sign up to assist with this next generation.
Right. What's the eligibility requirements for the college students, and then the eligibility requirements for the high school students, and also what does the program entail for both respectively?
Okay, so I'll start with the college students. First, you have to be either Bermudian or whole Bermuda status.
Okay.
And those college students, they have to be enrolled in either college or university. So if they're enrolled in Bermuda College, they're also eligible.
Oh, okay.
But they have to be enrolled as of December 1st this year.
Okay.
And we're looking for, because we still want those students that can shine, so we're looking for them with at least a 2.75 GPA or higher.
Oh, okay.
So when we do the application process, we ask for some of that information so we can properly vet. For our high school age students, similar thing, you have to be Bermudian or whole Bermuda status.
And now the 2.7 GPA is the minimum.
It's the minimum. 2.75 is the minimum that you go. But anything above that, that would be excellent. We're also looking for those high school students, ages 16 to 18, and they have to be 16 by June 29th, because they
of this year.
Of next year.
Of next year.
Next year. They have to be 16 by the start of the program. Because, as you know, public and private high schools finish end of June.
Yes.
So they go into a 4-week work internship.
Okay.
And with that 4-week work internship, it normally starts at the beginning of July and it goes through the month of July, and they'll finish just before Cup match.
And so they have to be 16.
They have to be 16.
Yeah, and that's by
and that's
law,
labor law.
right?
So, to be paid, especially because we're the government of Bermuda, we have to follow by our laws.
And we don't want to be accused of child labor exploitation.
Exactly. And we have various students that come through our program that go into healthcare, business, finance. We have students that do the veterinary sciences. We're replaced at animal hospitals, the aquarium.
Oh, wow.
People that are in the trades. 1 year,
so they're getting that real-world experience.
2 years ago, we had someone working with the fire department. So they were working directly with what their career interests may be.
Okay.
And once they sign up, once the program begins, every cohort does a workshop. So they do at least a week or a couple of days of a full day of workshop, work readiness workshop.
Okay.
The do's and don'ts, the what to dress, work etiquette, communication skills, doing different things.
And that's very, very important, because, there are those that are really capable. They are very, proficient in what it is that they excel at, but some may not have the right attitude. Some may not be very extroverted. They may be very quiet and more on the introverted side, and sometimes that could be detrimental to someone that is otherwise well suited to a position. So you would go through assessing the candidates and then deciding based on what it is that they aspire, leading them in ways that would assist with them developing weak points so that they are fully acquitted by the time they leave workforce development to take charge of that interview and convince an employer that we're right for the particular opportunity.
Well, Justin Locke, I am a career development officer there at Workforce Development. And part of our goal, no matter what program that they enter into Workforce Development, our job, along with my two other colleagues, Mr. Brian Pascal and Ms. Khalees Morris, who are also career development officers, our job is to be one-on-one and do career coaching, career guidance. We do different types of assessments to see where their interests are, where their personality type, and how we can best work with them.
Right.
So we do interview prep. We talk to them one-on-one because you want to let them be a little vulnerable so we could get the best out of them to coach them through it. Yeah. So even the students that come through our summer programs, they get assigned career development officers.
Oh, excellent.
And we will meet the group coaching. Sometimes things come up to meet one-on-one because life happens.
Exactly.
As you know.
Right.
And as a young adult, some of them can't manage some of those life issues.
Yeah, or even cope.
Or cope with it. Yeah. So that's what our job is there, to sit there and guide you through it, and talk you through it, and help you make the right decision, right steps. And that goes with all our programs. So if no matter what program you sign up at Workforce Development, you're assigned a career development officer, and we work diligently meeting with those clients, sharpening their resume, their interview skills. And this is part of the program as well when it comes to our summer employment program.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, employers are encouraged to register to host a student.
Yes.
What is that process like, and what's required of the employer as far as the commitment to registering and hoping to, assist in facilitating a student, whether that student be a college student or a high school student?
So we're asking all employers to go on our website, dwd.bm/youth employment strategy. And when there's an application form for employers to apply to host students. Mm-hmm. And what we're doing now is actually building a database of employers, not just for summer programs, but for various different programs. So we could continue that networking, and to get more people involved, the community.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're building that next generation of workforce. So
Absolutely.
who's best to help groom the next generation, but the people that are in there right now.
Exactly.
So it could be sustainable. So all those employers that are interested, so if you're listening right now and you're interested, go to our website. We actually have an application form for you to apply to be a potential employer to host one of our students. And then after the application process, our training and development officer, Ms. Janine Todd, and her team come together. They actually have an information session with those potential employers and say what the expectations are and things like that.
Okay.
You have some employers that say, okay, this is too much for me, and others are like, okay, how much can I take?
Oh, wow.
And so we have good partnerships around the island, both in the private sector as well as in the government sector, that continue to take on our students and look forward to our students.
Yeah.
But the goal is to expand even more as we diversify our workforce.
Sure.
We need more different organizations.
Of course. I know that we here at Inter-Island Communications, very, very small company, very efficient, have engaged with workforce development over the last few years, if not more. And I can attest that the candidates that have been selected based on their passion or their interest have been extremely helpful, respectful, appreciative of the opportunity. Right now, we have an intern from the Barclay Institute, Azai Gota, who has an incredible voice for broadcasting, and he's going through the processes of what is involved in broadcasting, because there are so many areas to specialize in broadcasting and in radio in particular. It's not just, the fun of being on the radio and playing music that you like and that kind of thing. There's a lot that has to go on behind the scenes to make that upfront presentation what it is. And then you get into the quality controls of what the on-air presentation format of the station is based on your target. So it's a whole wraparound with regard to marketing, because what broadcasters have is only one commodity, and that's time. They have to make the time valuable to businesses that want to reach consumers, because everybody is a consumer, but not everybody is a customer.
Exactly.
So media helps to convert consumers into customers, and then the businesses are responsible for building customer loyalty, and that would be based on the quality of their service, particularly their customer service. So that is the way we approach it when we introduce youngsters to the industry. And many of them have come through and gone on to other careers, but they've been grounded with regard to time, because that's what this business is about. So you got to make time. And that has often been something that Bermudans have had to deal with as a stigma, that we don't like to make time. And I'm not going to say if it's true or not. I'm just going to leave it out there and say that when you come here, you will get an understanding of why it's so significant that you do make time when you are gainfully employed.
So one of the mantras we do in our workshop, Ms. Todd and them stress all the time: when you're on time, you're late.
Yes.
when you're early, you're on time.
Right.
So, and she stresses that every time we had a workshop with these students, when you're on time, you're late. So be there as soon as possible, early.
Yes.
Because things happen, traffic jams, anything else to get there.
Absolutely.
Anything can happen. So if you're on time, you're late, basically.
And you have a time for a glass of water or a cup of coffee for your tea, right?
And decompress. And that's what our job is there, to teach them skills.
Yeah, because it's a culture. No matter what company or what industry you work for, there are associated cultures. There's the culture of the career itself, and there's the corporate culture of how the business operates as a business. And some could be completely opposite, even in doing the same business model. But their corporate culture could be just a little bit different. Some people are a little more relaxed, and others are just more strictly by the book in how they operate the company. So when you are developing these minds to understand that there are many different scenarios that you could experience in the real world life of gainful employment.
That's correct. So, and we also have those conversations about the cultures that they enter into. And we know most of the time the companies that they enter into, so we prep these students a lot of times as well. So if you're going into the corporate world, make sure you dress this way. If you're going to this environment, make sure you dress this way. This is how you speak. So you have many young people, they have tattoos. If you're going into corporate world, if you're working there, try cover it up. It's just proper etiquette and things like that. So we get them to that place where they can show up professionally no matter what area that they're working in. No matter, so
do you go through any mock interviews and that kind of thing as well?
Yeah, so every student that applies, they get shortlisted for the program. They actually go through an interview process. So myself and the other workers there at Department of Workforce Development goes through the interview process just to get a feel of who they are, because sometimes you can put your interests on paper, but we need to see what your interests are and to pull that passion out of you. So we will spend weeks interviewing hundreds and hundreds of young adults, and some are virtually, some are in person, but we make it work so we can pull from them. But then we also do different classes and workshops for mock interviews and things, and that goes across the board for all our programs. And we do have those work readiness classes at Department of Workforce Development that is open to the public, free, that do resume writing, mock interview classes, budgeting, money management, and that's key. So even in those workshops, before they start working, we introduce money management, we introduce time management, resume writing, mock interviews, how to show up, how to brand yourself, and that is key. So teaching all our clients that come through how to brand yourself, because not just in the job, but outside as well, because it's Bermuda's small. You never know who's watching you.
And you become an ambassador for the company you work for.
Exactly. So
especially if it's a uniform company as well. They may not know you, but if they remember who you work for, they could describe you, and pretty soon somebody will figure out who it is, right?
Exactly. And even having this conversation on what to put on social media, how to curate how you look on social media, because as they're young, so in this new generation, they just put everything out there, but they have to be mindful, because I Google your name, that's what comes up. So you have to be mindful of first impressions just off a picture or anything. So this is our job here at Workforce Development, to coach them through those things, to say, okay, look, you have this, but let's tame it down some. Use a professional picture or a professional account so people can easily get you an accessible. So these are all the training techniques we do with our students and our young adults, everyone that comes through our program as well, and through the one-on-one coaching too.
Okay, so tell us just a few examples of the kind of businesses that you believe would be well suited based on the track record of workforce development, interacting with those that apply to be placed in these internships, and the businesses that look to get involved. What are the best case scenarios?
So some of our best case scenarios is looking at this. Hospitality is key.
Yes.
And they're always looking for workers in the summer. And one of our big mantras at our job is to work and to push that hospitality industry within Bermuda. So that's one of our key cornerstones there at Workforce Development. So what hoteliers, small restaurants, things. If you're interested, please reach out. We're looking for people in the trades, because we have a lot of young men and women that want to do the trade. So it's like, it could be an electrical company, it could be a carpentry company. We know we got a lot of traction with public works and government entities, but we also look for private sector, because
construction.
When you're in private sector, you see a different side of Bermuda compared to government, because you're dealing with a lot of government stuff. but many private sector. So if I work for a private construction company as a summer employment, you get to see different parts of the island, different walks of life, and it helps build them and ground them and to make them a better worker in the future.
Do you find any candidates when they come in and they really want to be involved and get the assistance that is provided by workforce development become a little apprehensive if the opportunity comes up in a certain part of the island and they don't feel comfortable because of what's going on with regard of some, social dysfunctions that they anticipate, perceive, or their parents might even, for that matter. I don't want you working in an area that is known to be or has some kind of stigma attached to it.
So we really haven't had that much of those conversations, but
that's a good thing.
So the good thing is that we're open. And most of the UMIS staff is young enough to understand and have those relatable conversations with the young adults that come through our doors. And funny enough, most of them are open and honest with us. So if they say, I can't travel her, okay, let's walk around, let's see what we can do to make sure that you're safe as well. Because we want you to be safe. We don't want to put you in harm's way. So, and we know what the climate of the country is right now. And a lot of antisocial behavior spills over everywhere. And it couldn't be you, it could be a family member or a friend or anything. But if you're open and honest and you speak to us, we will work you through that process and try to mitigate those issues.
Gotcha.
So we do a lot of work there at the Department of Workforce Development, from our training team that work for apprenticeships, standards and enforcement, the career development team that does various different programs and coaching, as well as our training and development officers that do a lot of work readiness training. So we're well versed in different types of clients that come through our doors, and we try to work with them as much as possible and meet them where they're at, but try to push them to somewhere even better.
That's excellent. So in closing, Tariq, why don't we go through again the dates of the application, the website address, maybe an email you might have for people that might want to get answers to a few questions, or they may want to call or prefer to call if you've got a telephone number, an email address, and then the application would be applicable on the one level for students and a separate application, of course, for those businesses in the country that would be interested in registering to facilitate student interns.
So you're in luck. Application forms for both employers as well as students opened up December 1st, which was Monday going, and it will close December 31st. And that you can find all our applications on our website, dwd.bm. If you have any questions, you can email youthemployment@gov.bm or even just call our offices at 297-7714. But we're asking that everyone, if you're interested, if you're eligible for the program, college students, please sign up for our program. We have limited spaces, but we still try to work as much as possible. The same with our high school students between the ages of 16 and 18. And they have to be 16 by June 29th, next year, 2026. So the application deadline for employers as well as students is open from December 1st to December 31st. And it gives us about 6 months to vet and interview and things like that. So it gives us a good time frame to work with.
And to place them
and to work with placement, because placement is actually some of the hardest part of our job. It gives us time to work with the placements, talk to the host employers' expectations and things. So if you're listening, you have a child, a niece, a grandmother, a godchild, please push them to sign up, to register, to get that real world experience, and they will get paid a stipend. It's called, we call Earn to Learn. So go on our website, dwd.bm, look for our application form. We also have review guidance notes on there to guide you through the application process, what's needed, what's not needed, so you can read up on that as well.
Oh, awesome. Well, our very special in-studio guest this afternoon has been Mr. Tariq Bean, and Tariq is the Career Development Officer at Workforce Development, giving us a wealth of information on how we could go about ensuring that we are chosen to be vetted so that we can be earning while we're learning.
Yes.
During the period of the summer months. And as you heard, you have ample time to get the information you require to fill out the application and be selected for an interview. And that would be until the 31st of December, having already started that application process on the 1st of December. Tariq, if I don't see you before the holidays, you and your loved ones and family do have a very enjoyable, safe Christmas holiday season, and indeed a healthy, happy, and prosperous 2026.
All right, thank you, and you as well.
Thank you.
All right.
That made it a very magical afternoon with all of the information about both the Bermuda Diabetes Association as well as the background of Chef Willie Wallace, who will be here to engage with Bermudian chef at the Hamilton Princess Hotel, Chef Ricky Zul, who will be cooking in the demonstrations at the Bermuda Diabetes Association, a very unique collaborative effort of both the Master Local Chef and the Master International Chef. And it will be streamed live on Facebook, and that would be on the Bermuda Diabetes Association Facebook page if you want to tune in and check it all out. I promise it'll be very, very stimulating. And it might be appetizing, and you're going to want to run and get some food right after that when you see how they use ingredients available right here in Bermuda that are alternative, better choices than what might not be as healthy as they should be for certain of us that should be eating a little healthier. So you will find out alternative ways to do the same kind of things with regard to recipes, right? So that's going to be really, really nice. That's going to be happening on Tuesday, the 9th of December, this coming Tuesday, at the Bermuda Diabetes Association Kitchen. You will be able to join by way of technology utilizing the Bermuda Diabetes Association Facebook page. The Magic Mastermind Summit at the Ruth Seton James Center for the Performing Arts. Beginning at 6:30, doors will open at 6 o'clock, and you will be invited to come on in on a first-come, first-served basis, remembering that it'll be for adults, general admission of $25, cash only, tomorrow evening at the Ruth Seton James Center for the Performing Arts. All those in attendance or planning to attend that are under 18 years of age will be admitted free. So if you have children or grandchildren, please, please please bring them with you. This is going to be so stimulating for them, and it's going to be an eye-opener. It's going to be educational, informative, and inspiring. So you want to take advantage of these kind of opportunities, especially when it's not going to cost the people under 18 years of age anything except to turn up. And then they will be able to ask questions of the guests. And of course, the highlight of the evening will be not just entertainment by our Bermuda idol, Sarah Lena Fisher, by a very popular young female singer, Ale, and of course the international entertainer, Sam Samuelson, who will be there gracing the stage. As far as the entertainment is concerned, wrapped around that, there will be various international dignitaries with extensive professional backgrounds on different panels talking about innovation, technology, entrepreneurship, health, etc. So it's going to be an extremely stimulating conversation by way of the panelists because they are going to entertain